PrizePicks just dropped their Demons and Goblins for NBA. I'm going to go ahead and break down whether or not you guys should be using the Demon and Goblin prop bets that are available. So first and foremost, what are Demons and Goblins? So a demon is basically going to be a prop bet that's going to be harder to win, thus you are going to get a better payout. So for example, if you were to go to a sports book and just bet on a plus bet, that would essentially be a demon, because those are harder to hit. You're going to get a better payout. And a goblin is going to be a prop bet that's going to be easier to win, but because it's easier to win, you're going to get a lower payout. And so thus it'd be any line that has a minus on it. So like Brandon Miller for over 17.5 points is minus 130. The payout is not going to be as good. So for example, let's say you wanted to bet the over, you're going to get 1.76 units back for a 1 unit place bet. Let's say you want to do the exact opposite of that. You want to bet under, which is plus 100. Well, then you're going to get 2 units back. Okay, that is essentially what Demons and Goblins is telling us. And if you guys want more details on this, they do have a column on there, how to play. This is going to be under their help center. Just tells you everything to know about Demons and Goblins. But all in all, this is their workaround of giving us line. Okay, and what sportsbooks do with their lines is they have juice associated with their line. Juice, for people that don't know, is what sportsbooks will do. They'll put in juice into their lines to ensure that their bets that they're putting out there, they're going to make a profit on those bets. Well, this is PrizePicks' way of doing that. Now they can't give out lines because then they wouldn't be a DFS. They would be an actual sports. This is the reason why they're able to operate in sports where sports gambling isn't legal, because they are a DFS site. They're not a gambling site first, okay? It's a game that you're playing. You're not betting. And so this is their workaround. The Demons and Goblins is. So now the question you guys might have is, well, is it worthwhile? Are the Demons and Goblins props worthwhile? I will start off with saying that maybe in a state in which sports betting is not legal, or you maybe don't have access to an actual sports books, then there is a off chance that it could be legal for you guys. Like for where I'm at, I have to drive 15 or so minutes to the border to place sports bets on an actual sports book. To me, that's why PrizePicks and Underdog are so appealing to me, because, well, I don't have to work as hard to place good bet. And so I personally could see myself using this occasionally. One prop bet that the public really likes today is going to be Giannis for over 8.5 assists. He's gotten this over 4 straight games, okay? And if you look at it, he had 10 against Cleveland last time out. He's facing Cleveland again. So a lot of people are liking this prop bet, okay? I get it. It's popular. One, I don't love the popular tab. I feel like they're trying to get you to place some bad bets anyways, but let's talk about this one. So if you were to use this on a slip, the payout is going to be adjusted, okay? We know that because it's a demon. You're going to get more for your payout than you would a regular prop bet. And so I'll just show you guys that. So like, let's say you're going to do Giannis for over points and rebounds, and we'll do someone random, LaMelo Ball for over his assists. So you place a 1 unit bet, you're going to win 3 back. So with the demon, essentially, you're going to get a little bit different. So let's just show you guys that again with Giannis. I'll leave LaMelo in there. You're going to get 1.42. Sorry, for 1 unit, you're gonna get 4.25 back. That's great. That sounds great, right? And for this example, let me just show you guys Dylan Brooks. So if you do Dylan Brooks for over 13.5 points with Giannis for over 8.5 assists, you'd win 4.25 units back on a 1 unit wager. But if we were to place this bet on a sports book, we can see that we'd actually be winning about a quarter more. So it'd be 4.5 units won on a 1 unit bet. So we can already see on a small difference that the payout is going to be much better on a sports. This is their way, PrizePicks' way of adding juice into their sports book by offering Demons and Goblins. It's not a long-term solution to profitability because the payouts are not as good for demons, and they're significantly worse for goblins as well. So now let's show you guys another example. Let's say you want to use a goblin. All right, that's good. This one has a very good percent likelihood to hit. For example, Brandon Miller has a 74 or so percent likelihood to get over 1.5 assists. That is great, right? And I'll show you guys this tool in a second. So you want to place this bet with it. For 1 unit, you would just be doubling up your winning. Now, if you place it on a sportsbook, you are still going to be winning more money on a sportsbook. I think this is a good example to show you guys the lack of appeal for these bets that we are getting on PrizePicks with the Demons and Goblins. The payouts are much worse. It's not going to be a long-term solution for you. But now a lot of you guys are wondering, well, what's the point of them then? Can I use them efficiently or effectively? Sure. There are certain situations where we might be getting a free square and we have to go ahead and maybe just attach a goblin to it. There's a lot of times where on the books we'll begin something that we know will be adjusted. A line is too good to be true. PrizePicks are under, well, PrizePicks or Underdog will adjust it. For this example, PrizePicks will adjust it pretty quickly, and you just need to get some good EV to that initial bet. Then this is a way that you can use it. It's kind of a no thought way to go about using it. So for example, like Brandon Miller, and we'll use his over 1.5 assists. And this isn't going to be the best example, but using the 9 to 5 PrizePicks cheat sheet here, I'm going to EV only. Let's just pretend that this bet here had like a 55% likelihood to hit, which does occur throughout the day. But we would know that PrizePicks is probably going to adjust. Right now, we don't have any really good EV bets, so it's not the best example, but let's just pretend. Then you could attach a bet like this to a Goblin for say, but it would have to be a bet that you think is one, going to hit, and two, one that would also be bumped throughout the day. But again, this is not going to be something that's going to be a long-term solution for profitability. It's going to be for one-off situation. But I do want to go ahead and show you guys an example of if you want to use the demons or goblins to go about attacking that. I have attached this to the 9 to 5 cheat sheet. So for anyone that's familiar with this sheet, you have the NBA tab. This already has filtered out the demons and goblins. This is something I did last night. And so here we go. Let's jump into NBA only, looking at demons and goblins. So first and foremost, you can sort it by type. You can sort it by demons or goblins is what you want to look at. So if we want to just look at what prop bets are going to be the best goblins to go with on today's slate, well, for the most part, they're going to be 3-pointers. I don't know if I would exactly want to touch those for say, because, well, it doesn't take much for a guy to have a cold night shooting. I would say it's much easier to predict like rebounds, assist points. So for now, like LaMelo Ball for over 3.5 rebounds is currently one of the best prop bets we are getting for a goblin. We can see the average sportsbook line would have it set at 5.5, and they'd be still favoring the over at about 51% likelihood for LaMelo Ball to get over 5.5 rebounds. And so at 3.5, that is extremely low. We are gaining a huge edge there. And so because that prop bet is so good, it's minus 500 to hit. Obviously a huge likelihood if you were to do alt rebound. So you place one unit there, you're going to win 1.2 back. Okay, so obviously it's a high likelihood to hit. And so let's say you want to use that, then you would just attach it with whichever other prop bet you think is the best, or whichever other prop bet the data is telling us is the best. Typically speaking, this is going to be a fantasy score prop bet where it might get adjusted throughout the day, but that's where we're getting the biggest edge. For now, for this example, I'll just use one random one that I like. I think Jaeger to get under 71.5 strokes is a good bet. Let's just use that for an example. We place that. We're still going to see that the payout is still not that good, right? But that is the way I would go about using this. And this would be an example because maybe, let's say, PrizePicks just released their PGA props and Underdog has Jaeger at 70.5 strokes. One of the two sites are going to adjust, and they're probably going to adjust quickly. That happens a lot in golf, by the way. That would be my way to go about maneuvering and attacking to potentially gain an edge. Now, let's say you want to find the best demon bet to go with on the day. Now, you just want to find a good plus bet or maybe a stacking opportunity. What you would want to do is you would want to sort the edge filter. You would want to flip it, okay? These are going to be the prop bets that have the best likelihood to hit. So Donovan Mitchell to get over 8.5 assists has about a 47% likelihood to hit. And this is where this is the tough part here. Like, it's kind of mental math. So the under here, the 9 to 5 tag has the under set at a 53% likelihood to hit. So that means, do the math, the over has a 47% likelihood to hit. Now, again, let's just use this one. And I'm going to use the goblin that we had, LaMelo Ball, for over his rebounds at 3.5 with the Donovan Mitchell assist prop to show you guys the payout. And so if we were to use those two together, the payout would only be 2.4 for unit. We'd wager 1 unit and we'd be winning 2.4 back. That's already lower than the normal bet slip on PrizePicks. The appeal of PrizePicks is they have a defined payout structure. You place a 2-slip bet, it's going to pay out 3x. This is not paying out 3x. This is already a bad bet. We can already see. Even by pairing a demon with a goblin, like you would think that payout would be the same. And this is my gripe as well. We have no idea what the actual payout adjustment is with these props. That should be shown with the demon and goblin under there. We're not being told what the payout adjustment is there. That to me is not right. That to me should be correct. But let's say we go ahead and use those two prop bets together on something like DraftKings. Again, the payout is still better there. And it might not seem like much, but let's say, I don't know, let's say you do 100, right? Maybe that's your unit size. You're going to win $264 back there. You place this bet here and you're only going to win $240. Those differences is going to make it. That's going to make a difference in the long term. I should phrase it that way. So yes, you can attack demons and goblins, and there is a good way to go about attacking demons and goblins. And maybe maybe you just want to see what the likelihood of a prop bet to hit. Say that Giannis one. That Giannis one is a popular one on the day. The over has about a 43% chance to hit. Not terrible, right? Like that is okay. Another one was Brook Lopez for over 1.5 threes. That one has about a 41.5% chance to hit. And so if you are going to be using the Demons and Goblins, that is fine. Just make sure you're making the most educated decisions you can possible when doing that. So this tool, let me just kind of go over it real quickly. It's the same as the NBA sheet right there. And so what you can do to use this kind of effectively, let's say you want to see why or see the odds of a popular bet like Giannis for over 8.5 assists. Well, what you could do is you could go into the cheat sheet. You could start off by doing Giannis, type in player, and you're going to type in Giannis and those will pop up. And let's say you just wanted to sort by his assists. Well, you could just click on assist and then that's going to filter it to that one prop bet. So we're going to see it has about a 57% chance for the under to hit. Thus, the over has about a 43% chance. Not terrible. And the beauty of this tool here is that you can scroll down and kind of see the snapshot of the prop bet as well. So based off of his projected minutes and based off of Vegas expectation, he could get 8.69. So there is a realm of possibility where he does get the over, but all the other average data that we had there is pretty much suggesting the under. Now, Underdog does have the line set at 7.5, so not terrible. Like we are seeing a decent edge there. Other ways you can go about using this, you can sort it by game time. Let's say you just want to see maybe the night games there. You could do that. You could sort by team. Bet tag isn't really going to matter too much because, well, demons are basically going to always be under. And if they're not, if there's ever a demon that's popping up as the over being favored, that's not going to happen. I highly doubt it. But if there ever was, that's a good bet then. And then the goblins are always going to pop up as the over being favored. And that's going to be the 9 to 5. You can also sort it by an edge slider. So let's say you just want to find the demon prop bets that might have the best percent likelihood to hit, and you can sort it by using this. It's just another way to go about kind of sorting the data just to see it. I personally don't see myself using this too much. I think I'll just sort it by the edge filter. And so right now, Donovan Mitchell is going to be the best one here. I do want to show you guys one other thing as well. So let's just sort it by demons as well. So we already saw that with the Giannis assist prop and the Donovan Mitchell demon prop, the payout didn't change for those. But let's just flip it around and let's see Isaac Okoro for over 1.5 threes. The over has about a 20% chance of hitting. This is not a good prop bet. So I'm curious as to what the payout shift should be for this because it should be significant, and it is for sure. But still, like if you're attached to the metal ball kind of free square, it still isn't a good enough adjustment of the payout. Like this should at least be 4x at least, because the Okoro prop only has a 20% likelihood to hit. And so actually, instead of doing that one, because I want to show you guys the example with DraftKings Sportsbook, I had to find one where I could use it with another prop bet on PrizePicks. So one would be Fred VanVleet to get over, which is what you have to bet on PrizePicks, 5.5 rebounds. Obviously, the percent likelihood for that to hit is not great. Okay, the under has about a 68% chance to hit. Okay, so the payout should be pretty good. And let's just go ahead and attach that with what is currently the best bet on PrizePicks right now for NBA. That's going to be Markelle Fultz for under 3.5 rebounds. We can see about a 54% chance for that one to hit. And so if we were to place that prop bet on PrizePicks Sportsbook, we'd be wagering 1 unit. We'd be getting 8.3 back. You know, pretty good payout there. However, if we were to place that prop bet, that exact same one on PrizePicks, the payout would be 6.5 units won, which is not good. Obviously, you guys can start to see that this is really not a good long-term solution with the prop bets that they are providing for us and with the payouts that they are adjusting for. And again, the reason why they're doing this is I'll show you guys the map here. So this is where PrizePicks is currently available in a lot of states, right? They just added more states. They're excited for that. I'll just show you guys using DraftKings Sportsbook as an example. A lot less states are available for Sportsbook. That's because gambling is not legal in that many states, you know, just the green states. And now I know it differs between sportsbooks. Some sportsbooks are available in other states and whatnot, but this is the reason why they are doing this, because they can put out bad lines that they know people will bet on because those lines are not available in a majority of the state. And another example, like I really do not think 20K people have made this bet on PrizePicks. Like to me, that's crazy. That there's like almost no way to me that many people have already came in and made that bet for Giannis to get over 8.5 rebounds, or Brook Lopez for that matter to get over 7.5 rebounds. Like that, just almost 40K. That seems kind of crazy. To me, they're doing this to try to be misleading to force you into a bet. But that's gonna be all for this video. If you guys enjoyed the coverage, make sure to give a like and subscribe. If you guys want access to that Demons and Goblins tool, that's available on 9to5 PrizeSports.com, well, head on over there. You know, it's available with the PrizePicks cheat sheet for just $10 a month, including that as a bunch of other fantasy tools as well, all under one membership. Thanks for watching this. I always typically end with let's have a good slate. Obviously, we don't have a good slate today for this video, but as always, let's keep catching.